Last week, House Republicans introduced a major election reform bill called the Make Elections Great Again Act that, among other things, would ban ranked choice voting in federal elections, which in my view is misguided. Last year, a Gallup poll found that 61% of Americans are dissatisfied with the way democracy is working in the U.S., and one reason is that our plurality voting system can produce unrepresentative winners. For example, in a congressional race, if the Republican gets 45% of the vote, the Democrat gets 35%, and a moderate third-party candidate like a forward party candidate gets 20%, then the Republican will win the election outright, despite receiving only 45% of the vote. In fact, a majority of the voters in this district, a total of 55%, actually voted against the Republican winner. This not only seems undemocratic, but also results in a lot of wasted votes, since none of the people who voted for the Democratic and forward party candidates will have their views represented in Congress. And with that in mind, ranked choice voting would give voters more and better choices. In its simplest form, a ranked choice voting ballot would allow voters to rank candidates A, B, and C in order of preference by checking boxes for their first, second, and third choices. If no candidate wins a majority, then the last place candidate drops off, and those votes are transferred to the next choices until someone reaches 50%. That's it. No trickery, just a system designed to reflect what voters actually want. Ranked choice voting is used in Alaska and Maine and an increasing number of cities around the country, and has several advantages. For one, voters can vote for their first choice without fear of acting as a spoiler, because they know that if their first choice doesn't win, their vote will be counted for their second choice instead. Ranked choice voting also inhibits negative campaigning, because candidates must compete for second choice votes and appeal to as many voters as possible to win. Despite this, at least 17 Republican states have banned ranked choice voting, even though none has ever tried the system themselves. Instead, as one conservative commentator has argued, Republicans should acknowledge that Americans don't like our current voting system and make a sincere effort to consider alternatives, because the status quo just isn't cutting it. And plurality voting should not be retained just because that's the way we've always done things. Ranked choice voting may not be perfect, but you don't have to love ranked choice voting to oppose banning it. Democracy should allow experimentation and systems that reward broad support. But the Make Elections Great Again Act does the opposite and would ban a system already in use that gives voters more choice, not less. And if we truly want better elections, then banning ranked choice voting is not the way to get there.